Hi everyone, my name is Gabe Gaio. Today we're going to be talking about ICMP exploits, and we're going to be talking about how you can configure your firewall in some ways to prevent against these exploits. In this video we're going to have a little demonstration. I'm going to be showing the ping command on a Linux machine, so let's get started. So firewalls and ICMP. ICMP stands for Internet Control Message Protocol. It's really used a lot for network diagnostics, basically figuring out, if a network is up or a server is up, or let me go ahead and ping something, like ping this host and figure out where or what it jumped through to get to that host, what it jumped through the network. These ICMPs can be exploited through what's called a distributed denial of service attack. This is a very destructive cybersecurity attack where you're basically overloading a server, and what happens is if you overload the server, all other requests, maybe business operations like logging a user in or getting a website address, like those aren't going to be able to be completed because the server is so busy trying to fill up and respond to the distributed attack, like basically the requests coming in, and they have to go and package and send those requests out. So that's going to be overloading the server. The firewall is really going to be your first line of defense for configuring against an ICMP exploit, and we're going to go and jump into that a little later. But right now, let's get ready for our demo. Our demo is we're going to be using the ping command. We're going to be pinging google.com, and then we're going to be pinging kind of a test IP address 192.0.2.1. We're going to just cover flags a little bit. Flag C is going to be the number of requests we want to, the number of pings we want to complete during a request. Interval speed is how long we're willing to wait in between each ping. O is going to be, capital O is going to be displaying a message in the event that our packet is lost. And capital W is basically time we're willing to wait to actually get a response before we just go ahead and time out and cancel the whole request. So let's exit out of here real quick. I've got some commands here. We're going to send 4 pings, 1 second apart, and we're willing to wait 2 seconds to ping to google.com. Google.com is our host machine that we've specified. You see it took some time. We've got some stats here. We got 0 packet loss, so all of our messages were sent, and it took 3 milliseconds, about 3 seconds to complete. Let's go ahead and ping our test IP. We have half millisecond intervals, and we have a little display message here when we don't get a successful packet. So in this event, we lost all of our packets, and it took about half the time, so 1.5 seconds. And now finally, we're just going to kind of simulate what a flood looks like. We're sending 500 pings at 2 millisecond intervals, and you can see that just a lot of requests are getting sent to the Google server. And when this is finished, we get stats. So 1.2% of those packets were lost. So this is the event. This is the opportunity that we can actually deny Google's service by overloading them with packets, because in our own sense, we were able to, we've shown unsuccessful requests. This took about 4 seconds. Now, if you tried to go below 2 milliseconds, ping will actually throw an error, and it will say we cannot flood. Minimal interval allowed is 2 milliseconds, so that's kind of a safeguard. So let's jump back to the slides here. These are the actual kind of some examples of the DDoS attacks. We saw ping flood, which is just lots of small traffic. Smurf attack is going to be kind of spoofing information into the request, maybe to amplify traffic or kind of cause some other havoc. And then we have ping of death, which is instead of small, death by 1,000 paper cuts, it's kind of this big missile of just sending huge or a large packet to try and crash a service. So. And finally, we're going to be getting into some strategies to prevent ICMP exploits. Obviously, you can just block unnecessary requests like ping or trace route. You can rate limit. We saw rate limiting in the example in the demo. And then we can use something called stateful inspection, which is going to be more context on the request. So figuring out if the connection is secured or what's the state of the connection or where's the destination of the request, things like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.